Hey everyone, Robert's over here, and today I'm super excited to be at Mike's Camera here in Dublin, California at their launch party celebrating Canon's full-frame mirrorless camera release. And as you know, it's the EOS-R. And so what I have in my hands today is their 30 megapixel full-frame beast. It's awesome. It feels great in the hand. As you know, I shoot Nikon primarily, and I have to honestly say I definitely love the feel of this camera. Ergonomically, it definitely feels right. And one thing that threw me off whenever I tried out Sony's A7R III is the weight. First, I noticed a lot of times with Sony it's front heavy and the back is super light, being mirrorless, but it tends to be front heavy. This seems very well balanced in the hand. What I have on it is the 24 to 105 4.0, and it feels great. I've only taken maybe a handful of shots with this because they're about to have their launch party in about 20 minutes, and I was able to get my hands on it. And honestly, I loved how fast this autofocus is. It's really incredible. Yes, it does do 5 frames a second at autofocus single servo, but you know what? I'm a still shooter, so that's not really a huge concern for me. I think off top, it would be perfect for anybody who already has Canon lenses. They're already invested in their L series lenses, and they just want something a little bit more compact. It has the same sensor as the 5D Mark IV, and you can still use the same batteries, so you're not like losing out. All you're really doing is getting a different tool that can help you do different things but still create high quality images. All the specs and everything I'm not going to go really deep into just because there's so many videos out there already. I'm just telling you off top my first impressions of this camera, and again, being a Nikon shooter, I can honestly say I'm impressed with a couple things. One thing is the fact that you have this large LCD screen, which I really am enjoying right now. It's pretty big. I'm recording on the Panasonic GH5, and that screen I thought was really nice, but this one really takes the cake. So if you're into vlogging and whatnot, this is definitely going to be an option for you to get your blog on for sure. You have the mic, you have HDMI out, you have the headphone jack, like everything's already built in. This is awesome. If I shot Canon, this would be on the top of my hit list like ASAP. Here they are doing, I think tomorrow at Mike's Camera, accepting down payments and pre-orders already, so head on down to any of their locations. There's 5 locations here in California and 5 locations in Colorado, so you could head to any of their locations to pre-order or go on their website. One thing that I always liked about Canon was their autofocus system when using video, and thankfully, regardless if this is a mirrorless, I'm not going to be losing that. I'm still going to get that reliability and the quick, fast autofocus system with their dual pixel autofocus. Now, what's great about this is that right out the gate, it's already at 30 megapixels. So when I do shoot photography, that's going to give me that awesome resolution that I really enjoy. And being that it's the 5D Mark IV, I'm going to get that high quality images coming from that sensor. But what I like is that this autofocus points in this is edge to edge. So that's going to be really amazing for me to track and to compose my shots. One thing that I just heard is that when this is released, they'll be doing a rebate in which if you buy just the body with the adapter that you all have heard about, that it will end up being free once you do the mail-in rebate. So if you already have your L series lenses, don't worry because they got you, and all you have to do is send in the mail-in rebate. Now, I don't know anybody else who's doing that. I wish Nikon was doing that, but they're not, but it's okay. But in this case, you're going to win off top by being able to take advantage of that rebate. So what I want to do when we're talking about form factor, when we were talking about ergonomics earlier, I just want to compare with you the 5D Mark IV since it has the same sensor. Here's the 5D Mark IV. See that size? And then here we go, the EOS-R. So off top, you can see that the body's a little bit taller over here for the DSLR, and here's the mirrorless. It's a little bit more compact. You can even see my hand, and it grips really nice and well on it. I like it. Of course, there's that awesome screen right here. Really nice. I'll definitely about a month or so when I can actually get my hands on one, I'd like to do a full full photo shoot review and take it through different portrait photography scenarios and bring to you what I think about the camera in a real world situation as a portrait fashion photographer. But I can say honestly, just by holding these two right now for the few minutes that I have, that the mirrorless for sure is definitely has a competitive advantage just by using it. The 5D Mark IV does feel like it's robust, but I mean, let's be honest, after 8 hours of shooting a wedding, I'm gonna want to rather have this, especially knowing that it has the same sensor. And if my autofocus is spread out even more, this actually becomes a better choice over the 5D Mark IV. And especially if I can still use my old lenses as well as their new lenses, and they're coming out with 4 of them, which I'm sure you already know, then this automatically off top becomes a pretty good choice. Who do I think this is for? Honestly, I think this is perfect for any still photographer. If you're doing products, if you're doing portrait photography, headshots, weddings for sure, journalistic style photography, this is the one for you, just because the autofocus is there and the frame rate. I think for portrait, still, street, landscape, you don't need to have 10 frames a second or 20 frames a second. It's just a little ridiculous. You're not going to be shooting sports. I don't think this is really aimed towards sports, and they will be, what I was told, we'll be having that camera down the line, like their 1DX, but right now I think this is an amazing still photographer camera, and for vloggers out there, this is definitely an amazing choice. So anyway, like I said earlier, feel free to head on down to mikescamera.com, see what location is near you. If you want to do a pre-order, you definitely can. It will be available. Matter of fact, by the time you see this video, it will be available for pre-order. So head on down and make sure that you mentioned that you saw this video. That would be awesome. Secondly is later on, when I do get my hands on, as I said earlier, I'll be putting it through a real world review test and bringing to you my impressions, especially as a person who doesn't normally shoot Canon. I'm going to give you my professional opinion and overall impression about this camera. All right, I'm Robert Silver. Until next time, keep shooting and stay creative.